All right, hi everybody. So we are getting ready for exam 3, which is coming up on Monday. So I wanted to just address a couple of things with you all so you get kind of an idea of what this is going to look like for next week. So if you go into the Titanium page, you'll see an exam 3 prep section. This is going to be the section that you're going to be using. This video will also be posted there, so hopefully you found that already. But let me go ahead and get into student view here so you can see what it's going to look like for you. So there's a couple of things that you're going to need to take notice of. So the exam 3 information guide, so let me just pull that up really quickly here. So some information for the exam. Of course, the date is on Monday from 3 to 5 p.m. It's covering just the stuff we've done in Chapter 4, so basically everything we've done since the last test, since we've been on online instruction. So there are a few major points that you need to know before heading into this exam. So the exam is going to be posted as an assignment on Titanium at 3 p.m. on Monday. So you will need to get a separate sheet of paper to do each problem and scan them all into a single PDF. And you'll upload this PDF and submit it by 5 p.m. So let me just show you. So I have a practice for us here. So what you're going to do is go into this exam 3 practice problem assignment. So click on that. And this is going to be basically what the format of the test is going to look like. So you're going to open up this assignment here. So this is a practice assignment. You'll do the problems on a separate sheet of paper, and then you'll scan and save it as a PDF and submit into this assignment. So you click on the file, and that'll download the problem, right? So this is the practice problem for you guys to try. You do that on a separate sheet. And then once you have that done, you do need to scan it to turn it into a PDF. Now, if you have a computer or printer that has a scanner on it, that's great. If not, there are apps that allow you to scan documents. The app that I use primarily, I've been using it for our lecture notes actually, is called Adobe Scan. So this one, you can find it just in the App Store. It's free. So all you have to do is go in to the app, and basically it'll just ask you to take a picture of any document, and it will automatically render it as a PDF. So this is the app I recommend using, but if you have other apps that work for you, or you find one that you like better, or you just want to use like a traditional printer scanner, that's great. Whatever means work for you is what you should do, as long as you can get it turned into a PDF. Okay, so again, Adobe Scan is the one that I recommend because it is free and it's pretty easy to use. Right. So once you scan that assignment, you have it as a PDF. You're going to go back to the assignment template here. Okay, and it'll tell you, so this assignment, this is a practice problem. It's going to be due Saturday night. Okay, so you can turn it in anytime before that. What you want to do is go in. So I already was practicing with an assignment here, but there will be a button to submit an assignment. You'll go in. So as you can see, I've already done this. So let me just get rid of that one so you can see. Okay. So if I go to the practice problem, yeah, it's just keeping that there. Whatever. So, but there will be a button for you to input a submission. You will go and submit a file. Okay, so like this one, I just put in a random file here. You'll save changes. Now, one important thing to notice when you're submitting an assignment, it'll say right here, it's not submitted. You have to go down to the bottom and click Submit Assignment down here. Okay, now once you submit the assignment, you will not be able to make any more changes to it. So you will need to make sure that you have everything there that you need to be there. But once you are ready to go, you do need to click Submit Assignment. If you don't click Submit Assignment, it will not submit, and then you will have not turned anything in. So make sure that you click Submit Assignment before you're done. Let's see. Let's see what else. Okay, so a couple of logistics about turning in the assignments. The file has to be a PDF. Okay, it will not accept JPEG, PNG. It won't accept any images, anything like that. So you can't just take a picture of it and submit it. It has to be a PDF. Okay, so you're going to have to get one of those apps, right? Scan it in an appropriate way to get it turned into a PDF. And also, it will only accept a single file submission, so don't turn in each problem as a separate file. You need to go ahead and just take the test, right? Do the whole thing first, and then go ahead and scan all of them into a single document, because it will only accept the one. Okay, so make sure that you do that. All right, so this practice problem for you guys, this will be worth a few extra credit points just to try it out. Just make sure that you actually figure out how this works before the exam date. Okay, so a couple things about the exam date. So the assignment will be posted 3 p.m. on Monday. That's when your exam time begins. Do each problem on a separate sheet of paper, scan them to a single PDF. So again, it has to be one document for the whole test, and it has to be a PDF, and you need to submit this assignment by 5 p.m. Now, this 5 p.m. deadline includes your time to submit the exam. So that doesn't mean you can stop taking the test at 5 and then submit it. It means that the test has to be submitted in the system by 5 p.m. Okay, so the exam will be designed so that it should not take you the full 2 hours to do that, right? So you need to allow yourself some time to submit the assignment, okay? Even if you're not done, if you're coming up on, 4:45, 4:50, and you're starting to run out of time, better to turn in something that's not quite done rather than miss the submission deadline and then not get points for any of it. Okay, so make sure that you turn in and submit by 5 p.m. Okay, so that's really, really important. Give yourself time to submit the assignment once you're done. You do not need to rewrite each problem. That's just a waste of time. I just need to make sure that the problems are labeled clearly. So make sure that I can tell which problem is which, that it's number 1, number 2, number 3. Make sure that if it has multiple parts, I can tell which part is which. So label them very clearly, but you don't have to rewrite the whole problem again. Also make sure your work is legible. When it's scanned, if I can't read it, I can't grade it. So make sure that you have that and it looks okay. Also with the problems, just make sure that they're in order. That's a really big thing. If I have to start jumping around and trying to figure out which problem is which, that's going to be not a good thing. So make sure that the problems are in order when you turn them in. And then of course, because you have access to technology here, all work needs to be justified to receive credit. So you are allowed to use your class notes during the exam. However, any outside resources, internet resources, are strictly prohibited. So just make sure that you're having integrity when you're taking the exam. Your work needs to be justified thoroughly and completely, because if it appears that you copied it from somewhere else, if there's missing steps, like you just kind of went and found the answer, or it looks like you plagiarized off of either a site or off of someone else, you'll receive no points for the exam. So just make sure that the work you're doing is your own. You can use your class notes, so hopefully we won't have any issues with that. And then here's our exam 3 review topics. So we're just covering chapter 4 here. So this is all the stuff that you'll need to make sure that you've brushed up on getting ready for this exam coming up on Monday. Okay, I think that's about it. So when you get back onto Titanium on Monday, so again, make sure that you submit the practice problem by Saturday night. This not only is a good chance to get a few extra credit points, but it's also an opportunity to make sure that you know how to submit the assignment, because you don't want to be figuring this out Monday evening when the exam is due in 5 minutes and you haven't figured out how to do any of this yet. Figure it out now with this assignment. That way you can also ask me questions. If you have any questions about any of this, please feel free to let me know. I know we're all still kind of learning how we're getting through this kind of crazy time together. But the exam will be posted here on Titanium, and it'll be there ready for you to go on Monday. So make sure that you do this practice problem, that you submit a sample there. That way I can make sure that you've got it down. And just good luck with your preparations, with your studying for the exam on Monday. And also during the exam, I will be on Zoom during our normal Zoom conference time. I can't answer any questions about the test and about how to solve the problems because it is a test, but if you're having any issues, technical difficulties, things like that, you can feel free to hop onto that Zoom meeting. That's our regular Zoom class meeting. And feel free to ask me questions live during that time. I will be there and be available for you. So I think that's about it for now. I'll go ahead and get this video posted, and then you guys can give it a try. All right, talk with you all soon.